Every time. Come on. It's Sunday. Getting dancy with it. Come on. Once again, making sure that the live stream's working. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Had a good week wherever you are in the world watching, tuning in right here live on Swissbeatbox. It's your boy Scott Jackson with another episode 23 of Beyond the Beats. Keeps on going. Once again, the intro song made by MB14. Big ups to MB14. Ish. Coming at you live and direct. Yes, sir. Once again, Beyond the Beats, episode 23, right here, live streamed on Swissbeatbox. If you like what you're watching, give it a thumbs up, share this video around, and yeah, it's going to be a good talk today, because today, I'm going to give you one heck of an introduction, my friend. I have one heck of an introduction. Today we have Julian Calawert. I hope that's the way you say your name correctly. AKA DJ Easy. AKA Colaps. AKA Coke Colaps, which is nicknamed by Kim. AKA, let me see what else there. Reppin' Team Panam. Reppin' End of Game. Representing Rouge Wave. Representing Z-Laps. Representing Wolf Wave. Representing Beef AF. American French. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, give it up for Colaps. Yeah, man. How you doing?
What's up? I'm doing great. Very happy to be here. Thank you for this very nice introduction. I never got an introduction like that.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go and make it a bang right off the start, so get it going. But you're feeling good. You're happy. You're excited. You're all ready to go.
Excited. Ready to go. Ready to battle. Also, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh my! That'd be bad for me.
No, I'm really happy, and it's gonna be a good time. Looking forward to everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man. Well, once again, we're here live with Colaps. If you guys have questions throughout the show, I texted it already into the chat, but write your questions down, and our boy Ilya Heidful's gonna go through and find a few of the best questions to ask Colaps at the end. So if you do have questions, make sure that you type them in. And aside from that, I think it's time to get this thing going. I'm excited though. It's Sunday. I got Colaps live on Beyond the Beats. So let's go and find out what's happening Beyond the Beats, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, live and direct on Swissbeatbox. Yeah, man. So you're good. You're good. Before we even start, you're good. Everything's fine with you. Everything seems to be. You've been putting out a lot of content, really crazy, cool content, and it's been nice to see you with so many good ideas. So just in general, you're feeling okay, and everything's lively over there in France for yourself.
Yeah. For myself, everything is doing great. That's true that I've been focusing a lot on YouTube lately because I was on holidays for a long time, and now it's for me the time to really work hard again. But yeah, everything is going great. I'm doing what I love because before that I was working, so I had something else than beatboxing as a job, and now it's only beatboxing. So it's a huge improvement, I would say, because that's what I always wanted to do. So really happy to start living the life I want to live. So
yeah, man. Because before you were working at a few different things as a lead developer at About Innovation and Goodfellas Law and stuff. So you're doing a lot of work, man, and it's good to. I'm happy that you jumped on to full-time beatboxing, brother.
Yeah. How do you know that?
Well, we starting off hot. Okay. We starting off hot. It's coming in right away.
All right.
This is Beyond the Beats, man.
Awesome, man.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah, so I like to start off usually with a few quotes, because I always find people have said something in an interview or have put something online, and I really like these quotes that I'm going to start off with is, in 2018 on Instagram, you put up a thing saying, "Your calm mind is the ultimate weapon against your challenges. So relax. I really like the way you said that, because people always get so nervous when they're everywhere, and it's hard to stay focused, and it might take away from a performance or a battle or just things in general in life. So that's good advice. And the next one is, when I perform, I'm honest with the crowd. I wouldn't be able to fake anything, even if I tried. My facial expression would never allow me. Trust me, I live my performances.
Yeah.
Again, another good quote, and I've loved to see you perform around the world, and watching you from French champs to GBB to all the battles I've seen where I saw you live, but also videos of it. You get right in there, man, and you're in the moment. So, yeah, I like the way to start that off.
Yeah, man, I really live each of my performances like I said in the what you just said. I really live the moment, and it's really hard for me to just fake anything on stage. I'm honest with the crowd, so yeah, that's how I do my that's how I feel on stage. That's how I want the people to see me as someone honest on stage, and also so yeah.
Do you find that makes it uh like connecting with your crowd? How important is that for a performer? Before we start into your history and stuff that you've done already and stuff that come, just off the top, how important is it to have that connection built with an audience? And how hard was it for you to essentially start? Were you always like that, or was it something that you've learned to get better at / connecting just with the audience is natural to you?
Yeah. No, it's not natural for me at all. It was very hard for a long time to really connect with the crowd, because I'm a shy person. So when I started getting on stage, I was looking at my feet, because I felt more safe doing that. But I wasn't connecting at all with the crowd. And over the years and with the experiences I've had of battling and just doing shows, um, I managed to find the confidence, um, and it was still hard for me until I win the French Championships 2017. That's the time where I started to have a big boost of self-confidence in my capacity as a beatboxer, as someone who is on stage. I really gained a lot of confidence at this moment, and I kind of proved that to me at the Seven to Smoke of GBB, and then Lack Up the same month, 2018, and yeah, that's the time where I really felt that it was easier for me to connect with the crowd and everyone, and transmit what I wanted to say on stage, and it made a huge difference, because that's when I started to win battles, actually. So of course it's so important, I think, even if you are not battling, just as an artist, you always want to have like a relations with the crowd, a friendly relation, create something, a link between you and the crowd. And for example, Freddy Beat is really good at doing this. He's like the expert, and I hope one day I can reach that level of confidence, because right now I feel good on stage, but I'm not as confident as Freddy is. So I'm still improving all the time, and every time I do, I go on stage. For me, it's a new opportunity to, yeah, to manage to do that and to train towards this goal. But of course, connecting with the crowd is one of the most important thing as an artist in general.
And is there any advice you can give to people that are watching right now on how to become more confident on stage, other than just more time? Is there something that, you said you want to battle, or obviously a few big battles, but is there something else that you can just advise for how to train or how to make yourself feel more comfortable on stage?
When I'm very stressed before going on stage, I like to read some quotes that really inspire me, because sometimes I feel kind of lost. I don't know how to say it, but I'm a bit lost in the stress. So I completely forgot that I did many scenes before that, you know, and I never think about it. But when I start reading those little sentences, then I start remembering everything I did before the actual moment, and then I start to relax, and I feel better. But there are many different quotes that help me, and I noted them in my phone. So every time I feel too stressed, I just take a look at my phone, and then everything is back on the track.
Like
That's
that.
just
That's
a
a
little,
good.
yeah, just a little thing I like to do. You can also do some meditation if you just want to, yeah, just to evacuate all the stress and feel better before getting on stage. I think meditation is also a great way to do that, and also just enjoy when you are on stage. That's the key, you know. When you enjoy something, doing something, you will do it good, because you will feel great in the moment. You will be happy to be here. You will be happy to see all the reactions, and the stress won't come in the way like it comes when you are out of control, or when your mind is, because when you have stress, your mind is not focused, of course, because you have fear. You are scared of something, but you don't know really what are you scared of. So it's a tricky one, but yeah, just enjoy as much as possible. And anyway, even if the first performances are not that great, or if you don't feel confident enough, it will definitely improve over the years, or over the month, if you do many scenes. For sure.
Absolutely, man. That's some really good advice. I'm gonna take that myself. If I ever feel nervous before doing something, I might have to go. If you see me at next Grand Beatbox battle with the crowd, if you see me look at my phone, I might be looking at some, Michael Jordan quotes or something.
Yeah, for example, everything
Yeah,
that helps you.
absolutely. Well, let's get into how you started. And from what I've been kind of looking around and trying to figure out, 2009ish, about 2009 is when you were playing drums. You said that you've been playing for about a year, and you were looking up to guys like Tony Royster and Dennis Chambers, and a guy named Joey Jordanson from Slipknot. So you were learning how to play drums, and then the first video that I actually found was around the same time. I was in 2012, and it was a video where you met a guy named Wartech, who was a Call of Duty player, and you were in Geneva, and it showed you just doing a beatbox for a little tiny clip in it. So you already had a great amount of skill back then. You said that you've been doing it for 2 or 3 years at that point, but 1 year for serious. You were really serious about
Yeah.
beatboxing for a year. So what was the first time that you saw another beatboxer? Was it in a gaming place, or was it just on TV, or where did you see that beatboxing that you decided to go and pursue it, as well as learning how to play the drums?
The first beatboxer I saw was on TV, Pulpo, like many other beatboxers. But I thought it was really impressive, but I was not interested to really become uh, like him, or uh, like a beatboxer. I didn't have that idea at all in my mind, because I was thinking that I could never achieve something like that, and that it was something you were born with. That's what I
Mm.
thought when I was 7 years old, or something like that. And a few years later, when I was in college, I don't know how you say the school, because there's college, then after that, I don't know, but anyway, college, let's say college, because I was really young. It was like when I was 12 years old, something like that.
It's like middle school or
uh,
high school here in North
Middle
America.
school. Okay, middle school. Yeah, okay, middle school. One of my friends um, was beatboxing, and I discovered that after some weeks, uh, and it reminded me of that video of Pulpo, and so I started hanging out with him. We were really good friends, and he started teaching me because I was really interested to learn this, and he made me realize that it was not something you were born with, but something you have to train for. So that was the beginning for me, and it was funny because over the years we were more and more friends beatboxing during the school breaks, uh, and there was even not a teacher but someone that just to watch you, how to say that watch you to
Like a hall monitor?
yeah, maybe, yeah. Anyway, he was beatboxing with us, and it was really funny to see that evolve over the years. After that, I stopped being friends, let's say, with that guy because he did some stuff, but I kept beatboxing on my side, and he stopped, I think. Um, but I kept beatboxing, and that's when I started really watching videos online on YouTube or stuff like that. And from that point, it became a real passion because I saw that battles existed. I had no idea battles existed at that time. I saw there was a big thing over the world, that there were battles in China, in France, everywhere in the world. So it was very crazy to see that for me, and I was pretty lucky because at the same time, approximately, the World Championships 2012 happened. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, this is crazy. I have to watch it. So I had school the other day, I think. Not sure, but I didn't sleep during all the nights, and I followed the event until the end. And it was a really crazy experience for me. It was a really crazy experience because I discovered all the French guys first, and all the other beatboxers that were so talented in the world. And yeah, I don't know, the vibe of the World Championships 2012 was really crazy to me. For me, it's still the best World Championship that happened. It's weird for me, but it's a special one, I think. But yeah, that's how I got into it.
And then even as you started off and did help did playing the drums and having a background with rhythm, did that help you when you started trying to learn beatboxing and think about it in actual being like, okay, I have to go and make a pattern with it and I have to go and make more complex patterns and not just do what everyone else is doing, you know?
Yeah. Of course, it helped. But it was also very frustrating because I couldn't do in beatbox what I could do with drums. So at the beginning, it was really frustrating, but of course, it was very helpful first for the tempo. I had no tempo problem when I started beatboxing. For me, the hardest thing about it was just the consistency of my sounds, because sometimes my kick was good, some of the time my kick was not that good. Same for my snare, same for my hi-hat. All those sounds, that was the hardest thing for me. But yeah, drumming helped a lot, and it would have been different, I think, if I didn't play drums before that. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you figured it out, and again, it's good that you had a friend to go and start with, and friends sometimes come and go, but beatbox is forever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I found, like, again, these are old videos and stuff, but in 2013 is when you started uploading videos to another channel, and that was by under another name, and it was your first beatbox video. And again, that was the same thing when you said where you started saying like, oh, I started 3 years ago, and you were so young when you put it up there already, but you already had the idea of putting out content and putting out stuff to see. So when you started putting it out and started beatboxing a little more seriously, what did friends and families think? This is a question I usually ask on this, is just what did friends and family think when they saw it and reacted to it? Because I saw some people obviously message being like, "Oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, this like you know." But how did that go when you were showing friends and being like, "No, I'm taking this seriously"?
Um, there was a lot of questions because beatboxing is not the job everyone does. You know, it's not or it's not yeah. It's very rare for. It's still rare to be a beatboxer, I think, nowadays. So there was a lot of questions because they didn't know much about it. So I had to explain them a lot of stuff on how everything worked and etc. But yeah, there was a lot of questions, but now everyone supports me, so that's super good. That's if you don't have the support of your friends and family, it's really hard, I think. So when you have that, it's really helpful. So you have to be in harmony with everyone by your side to make it work the best. I think.
I agree. And then 2013 also you is the first time that you go to events is from what I see. Jam session, beatbox, beat jam beatbox session number 2. And there's a video where you used to have maybe no mustache, which is very odd because that came in a little later on. But you went in and you did a showcase there. And was that one of your first introductions to the beatbox scene in France that you actually met up with Teen Panan and guys like Kim who kind of helped out and you know brought you on and started teaching you and you got to hang with them and do stuff because you that same year you actually go to Le Cup, that crazy Le Cup that went down with all the European teams, and you actually get in and qualified to go and do an elimination at the French Beatbox Championships, which video is probably your first on SBX.
Yes, it is my first video on SBX. What was the question, sorry?
It's okay, man. No, just a long drawn out question. Just asking of when you went to Jam Session Beatbox Season 2, was that one of the first times that you actually met up with other beatboxers after seeing them at the World Champs and stuff in 2012, or when did you start meeting up with beatboxers and messaging them in France?
Okay. In France, okay. The first ever event in France I did was called La Reine Blanche, Battle de la Reine Blanche, Battle of the White Queen in English. And it was organized in Paris, and I signed up for that battle. So I sent a video and I got qualified. I don't know if everyone was qualified. When you sent the video, I don't know if everyone was qualified or not. So I don't know if I really passed the wild cards at that moment. But anyway, I got there, and the first beatboxer I saw was Wawad. And I already knew him because I saw some videos of Maurepas and that kind of stuff. So I already saw him before. And then I met who I met Kim. I met Alexinho, FIB, Big Ben. Yeah, all the big names that I saw only on videos before. So it was really weird for me to see them in real life. I was like 14 years old, something like that, and it was just really impressive. And that was also the first time I did an elimination in front of a qualified crowd, that really knows what's going on. So that was really stressful for me, but they were all super friendly and. And it did. I did well, even though I was super stressed. I did well. I didn't pass the elimination, but I was still happy of my performances. And after that, I kept the contact with Kim, and I was closer and closer to the Timpanan over the next months and years. So that's how I got into the community. Yeah, and before that, I met a beatboxer not in France. For me, it was my first real encounter with someone who was really beatboxing. It was from Greece. I can't remember his name, but it was maybe a year before that. And yeah, I was beatboxing in a small spot outside in the city of Athens. and I was with my one of my cousin and her friends, and I heard someone beatboxing like 10 meters away from me. So I was like, "What? He's beatboxing?" So everyone with me asked me to, yeah, beatbox. Maybe he will join you. So I started beatboxing, and then he came to see me, and we did something together. Really funny one. But that was my really first encounter with a foreign beatboxer. So it was really crazy for me.
That's awesome, man. It's crazy how that always seems to work, no matter where you are around the world. Even before you became Colaps, you know, like before that happened, you could walk. People, it happens to everybody, but you walk around and you just, if you hear it, you all of a sudden just hear in the distance, you know, something really far away. Then
Yeah,
you just gotta look. It's
yeah,
like, you know,
yeah. You
what
gotta
is
look. Who
this?
is it? Who is it? Yeah. So funny,
And
man.
right there, you automatically make someone who's, you know, a friend and a peer, and you can go and just trade ideas with, and just sit there already and be
Yeah,
like, I don't really know you, but I do
yeah,
this too.
yeah. He showed me his special sounds. I showed him my special sounds, and we were both amazed. I was like, I have to learn this, and he was like, I have to learn this. Teach me. And yeah, it was a really funny encounter. I will always remember this because it's my first encounter. So yeah, a great moment.
If someone's out there in Greece and you met Collabs way long ago, send a
Yeah,
message. Send a message. See if we can go and figure this out who it was. That'd be a good
yeah,
game to play.
yeah.
And then 2013 again, you get into the French champs. You qualify for making the elimination round, and you're there. You've already met Kim. You've already met some of the beatbox scene, and you unfortunately don't make it through. But there was one little tiny battle called the Chili Street battle with
Oh,
Zaro.
okay. Yeah.
Zaro, and that. There's no video of it now, but there's something to it. So I was just, that was your first. Was that the first time that you ever quote unquote battled someone, even if it was just for fun on the street?
Yeah. In real life, yeah, I think so. Because I was on Ventrilo at that time also, so I really already did battles there. But really battling with a crowd uh, all around me and a guy just in front of me was yeah, it was yeah, my first experience, and it was really funny. I think it was the one with the spicy the hot how to say that,
Hot
the
pepper?
hot pepper. Yeah, is it this
Yeah.
one?
No. I think there's no video of it that I could find actually. It was
Ah,
just saying that there's a
okay.
battle that happened outside of the French champs in
Yeah,
2013, where you
yeah,
go and you actually get to go and just do it. It was just kind of like
yeah,
for
yeah,
fun, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
They said
I
the
think
quote
it was
unquote
with a
illegal
yeah,
street
yeah,
battle. Where
it was with a hot pepper. I think we both took hot pepper and then we battled. So it was yeah. My first battle was with the hot pepper. Quick thing can say that.
Oh man, that's too much. And how did it feel to go and actually be like? Because as you said, you watched the 2012 battles and you found out there's battles, even if it
Yeah.
was just for fun. How did it feel to go and be like, okay, and have that chance to go and actually maybe prove yourself a bit in front of these guys more than just being on an elimination round?
It was really stressful. Yeah, because battling, I think battling is a stressful thing, but it's a beautiful thing at the same time. But yeah, I was so stressed for, of course, my first experience. But at the same time, yeah, I was happy to show some of my stuff and to see what the guys thought about it. So I was, yeah, I was just interested to see if I would win with what I came up with, or if I would lose, and then start working on my weaknesses. But yeah, it was funny. I really enjoyed that moment, even though it was really stressful. Now that I think about it, I'm really happy that it happened, and it was a great experience.
It's, it's crazy to have the first battle going and actually being like, all right, well, here's chili peppers. Figure it out, guys.
Yeah, crazy man. Shit.
And then 2014 though, 2014, because 2013 you do a showcase with Nino's at the Urban Party Festival, and you do some start working with people and start doing showcases and chilling more. But then 2014 was your actual first live battle on stage, from what I saw, versus Alexinho. So your first
Yeah.
battle was against the guy who becomes a world champ, French champ a bunch of times. And how was it to go and battle Alexinho like on stage with a microphone as your first experience of battling at that level without hot peppers? Without hot peppers.
Without hot peppers, yeah. So that was my first real serious battle. Well, when you have someone like Alexinho, that he's really experienced, you the only thing you think is that you will lose the battle. And you are really stressed, of course. But I lost that battle, but I learned a lot because the first thing that shocked me when I was on stage was that he was much more powerful than me, and he had a stage presence also. So that was the two things that really shocked me. And then and also the structure of his rounds, it was really different from mine at that time. But it was a really great experience, and it helped me to grow a lot. When you face someone like Senior, the only thing you can do is learn, you know. So I learned really a lot of stuff during that battle, and even after the battle, he came to me and we talked a lot. He was really friendly because I didn't met him a lot before that. So, but when we battled after that and all, we really got to know each other more, and yeah, he teach me a lot of stuff, gave me a lot of advices. And yeah, so that was a super battle. I really enjoyed it. I'm proud that Alexinho was my first battle. I'm really happy about it. It's crazy, I think.
Yeah, man. It sets you up though to go and have, be like, okay, well, I faced Alexinho, check mark on that. Now you can go and have that experience to go into the next battles, which is 2000. You did some other things, but 2015, once again, qualifying for the French champs. And not only do you make it to the French champs, which is, I've said this multiple times on this program and just in real life too, French champs is such a high level, man. No matter what the year, it's always been a high level. There's so many beatboxers that are world class that come specifically from France. So to make it into the top 16 is crazy. And you actually go and you get first battle was against Dune, and you actually go and win. So you made top 8 against, and eventually you went against Hutch, but you made top 8 in 2015. Like,
yeah,
that must have been a crazy experience to go on stage and actually go and win a battle at French champs and make it to the top 8 and be top 8 after starting beatboxing in 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, 5-6 years, yeah.
So that's a very high grade of acceleration of learning.
Because before that, yeah, like you said, I was 0, 0, 0, 0, but I was still learning at the same time. And then all of a sudden, top 8. So it was it was way more than I expected, you know. So I was just so happy to be a part of the top 8 at that moment, of course, and win my first battle. So that was a super feeling. I will remember all the time, all my life. I think the first battle that I won, it's a great feeling. Yeah, when you practiced for 6 years and then you finally win a battle, like not a battle, but like make it to the top 16, then win the first battle, then yeah, it's a really big thing. You just have so many emotions going through your head, and you are just happy at the end of the event, of course.
And then 2015 is really when, again, your career, you start getting more and more like acknowledgement and stuff starts going on for you, because you go into another battle and you take home second place, which is your first actual trophy and plaque for the Brez beatbox battle. Brez,
Yeah.
I think I'm not trying to.
Brez, yeah.
And it worked out that you end up going into the finals and losing to Brez, but it went to the Brez battle.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, the first time I got to go that far also in the competition, and get my first plaque. That's how you say it, plaque, plate, plaque.
Plaque, yeah.
Plaque, yeah. That was the first time I had a plaque. So of course, very happy again. and I won a lot of battles that night. So for me, going to the finals was just bonus. I never thought I could go this far, even though I was prepared. I didn't think I would go that far. So yeah, just great feelings. Same. I would remember all the time, all my life, those moments. The first battles are. I think the first battles are my favorite, um, my favorite ones, because that's when I was learning the most. I would say that's when I was discovering how to really play with the sound and the opponent, and how it worked on a stage. Because a lot of time when you start beatboxing on a stage, you realize that it's not at all like beatboxing a cappella, because so many sounds are not coming out properly, and you will realize that on stage, and you're like, oh shit, so I trained 1 year using this sound without knowing that it would sound shit on the mic. So now you have to rework a lot of stuff, and also that was the time when I was learning the most about that. So yeah, the process of learning is never over, but that's when I was learning the most. And yeah, definitely my I would say one of the best moments was when I started battling and learning a lot of stuff, and also yeah.
What do you suggest for some people that are starting out, big beatboxers that are getting into battles? Because I see that sometimes and hear that sometimes people, if once you lose a battle, some people get all frustrated and angry, kind of thing, or like they feel so let down because they've trained and they didn't do it as well as they'd hoped, and some people just give up on stuff. This happens across all avenues of life. But what do you
Yeah.
suggest? What do you suggest for beatboxers that are watching right now, for how to go and make sure that you take a loss as a learning experience and not just be so let down and frustrated?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, you can be disappointed. For me, it's hard because I've rarely been disappointed about losing something, because I felt like if I lost, I wasn't enough prepared for the guy, or just wasn't the moment for me to really make it work and go far in the competition. So I really never had big troubles with that. And I always take my losses as great ways to learn. I think you learn much more when you lose than when you win. You learn in both cases, but when you lose, you will be. For me, the fire is even bigger than before in my heart, in everywhere. So I really want to prove next time that I can go beyond I show what I showed this night, and I lost. Um, it's never easy to lose something, of course, but you will anyway. You have to tell yourself that you will lose. You will lose something anyway. You can't always win when you are a beatboxer. And it's even more true when you start beatboxing. So just don't expect winning. When you come to your first event ever, don't expect to win. You can believe that you will win, but it's most likely not going to happen, because there are so many guys that are probably more experienced on stage than you are. So just come as a learner that wants to improve, and just don't try to burn the steps of to become a champion, because you can't become a champion at the beginning of your battle career. It's not possible, I think. Or maybe it's gonna happen, but it's very rare that something like that happen, I think. Um, but yeah, just think about it like path with the different steps and goals, and you can set goals for each steps, each I don't know how to call yeah, steps. And so the first goal would be okay, I will just do an elimination round, and I'm not gonna pass, but I will have a lot of advices to improve for the next time. The second steps can be I'm gonna pass the elimination this time, and do my first battle. Try to win it. If I don't win it, see what didn't work. Then the next step is to win the first battle, and the step after that is to win the second battle, etc. So just yeah, take the time to go through that process. And I think it's beautiful to go to take this path because it really shows that you have improved. It wouldn't be the same if you were already the champion in the first battle. You know, I like the fact that you struggled to become who you are today. You know, it's yeah, I don't know. I prefer it this way. But yeah, just relax, guys. It's nothing so bad to lose a beatbox battle. There are things in life that are much worse than that. So it's just the point is just to have fun. Yeah.
100%, 100%. And I actually just was watching the chat there for a second, and someone called AM Pope said, brought up a good point of, was this when, because going on a stage and battling for the first few times, as you said, you don't necessarily know what sounds will come out. How much, when did you get a mic that you could practice at home with? And when did that start coming into play where you'd be like, oh, I need to learn how to go and have mic control? And can you talk about a little bit about that? Because I feel like that's something that, like, exceptionally different, as you said it already. You go on stage and you have something practiced out, and all of a sudden this little sound doesn't work. And you're like, excellent. Well, the next minute and a half, the next minute and a half is going to be awful, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. For me, I never really trained with the microphone. I always have a hard time training with a microphone. But I think I took the harder path because I was testing my sounds during the battle, and I didn't know before that how it would sound. So I always had a little surprise at some point during my rounds where I was like, oh shit, this is not supposed to sound like that, you know? Not at all. That's not what I expected. So, and after that, I never used that sound again, for example. So that's how I always trained. Right now, I have a sound system, so of course I can train with my microphone at home. I still don't really do it. I don't know. I like to use the microphone for the battles only or the shows, but to train it's really hard for me. I like the a cappella sensation and feeling. But I would advise that you don't do like me and that you take the time to really test your sounds and you know, do a selection of what works the best for you and for the microphone and the sound system, because also every sound system is different. So yeah, you just have to adapt sometimes. It's that's why I also never train really with my microphone here. It's because depending on the sound system, one sound will come out better than the other. So never expect that everything will come out like you wanted to be, you know. I don't think it's possible. There will always be a little part where you are disappointed of how it came out, or yeah, just stuff like that. So just keep that in your mind when you are performing or battling, that it just might not come out as you want it to be, but you have to be ready for that. And if you are ready for it, it won't be that much of a big surprise anymore for you, and you will be able to handle it in a better way, and maybe the round will sound better because of that. I don't know. It's possible because you will be more confident or something. But yeah, my advice is still that, of course, try your sounds, make a selections of what works the best, and try to make it bigger over the years to have a big sound library that you know sounds good on the mic. It takes time, but it's possible, and that's where you have to be if you want to be at the top of the top in the beatbox battle scene, or even if you do just showcases for. You don't need to be that at the top for showcases actually, but if you want to be at the top of the beatboxing in the battle area, then yeah, that's really important.
Yes, it's 100% true, and it's also you can't always have like Sinjo in your pocket to go and walk around and make sure that your sound's good. So if you get too reliant on a sound system and it's EQ'd a certain way, you go somewhere else and it's just like, well, again, that sound didn't come out the way I wanted to. Shoot.
Yeah, that's true. No, you have to really. That's why you have to always be ready for something unexpected. It's gonna happen anyway. It happened to all of us. That's for sure. Yeah, you will be always one time in your life disappointed of one of your beats on stage. That's, I think.
100%. You know, it happens to everybody. And after 2015, 2016, again, you qualified the French champs. You battle Akinde, and then once again, you have to battle Alexinho again. So again, another learning experience. But fast forward now, 2017 is where you go, and again in France. I'm just talking about French battles right now that happened there. But you go to the Florida Beatbox battle. You beat Ozzy, and then unfortunately again Alexinho. This seems like to be a trend for a little bit, but then 2017, after all these learning experiences and all the time that you put in and the effort, you eventually go to the French champs. You beat Nash, Rhythmine, Kenozen, and Kim in the finals, and you become the solo French champion, as well as the team champion. With end of game, Kim, finals, Skoya, and Polo, and you guys get to go and become the team champion as well as the solo champion. Now that ride again in 2013, I believe, is when you first tried out for the French champs and qualified for it. So 2013 to 2017 is a 4-year amazing accomplishment of making it in and becoming the French champ. Now, what happens to you after you go and win the French champs? And especially, I want to know, because Kim's on your team and you practiced with him for a long time and he might have been teaching you stuff, how did it feel to go and battle him in the finals, and what did it mean for you to go and take that championship?
Battling Kim in finals was really hard, because we both didn't really want to battle each other, because we were already battling together for the crew category. So it was really weird for us to be part of the same team, but still have to battle each other, you know. So it was definitely a weird one. I still enjoyed it a lot, and I will remember it all my life, of course, because this is the battle that made me become the French champion in solo category. So, but it was very special. Not so much when I was on stage, but the moments before were really weird. We're acting friendly, but not that much, you know. We're like both tensed because it's going to happen, and we have to go battle, and it's a battle. So a really weird one. And the thing that was even harder for us is that, so we went on stage, we battled normally, then we went out of the stage, and like 5 minutes after, we thought it was over, and they called us again for an overtime, and we were like, what the fuck? You know, it was crazy. Like, I wasn't ready at all for that. I thought it was over. So imagine being released from all the stress for 5 minutes to going back into the 100%, maybe 200% of level stress, you know. So it was really, for me, my stress level was and all of a sudden it was back at max again. So yeah, that moment was crazy. And I don't even remember what I did in my overtime round. It was just freestyle, you know. I didn't have anything left, and but I'm glad something like that happened also, because it pushed me to my very last how to say that my very last
Pushed you to the limit.
Yeah, it pushed me to the limit. That's what I want to say. It really pushed me to my limits. So after that, I was like, okay, nothing worse can happen in a battle. I think nothing worse can happen in a battle. I've seen the maximum, I think. So I was really happy that it happened to me and to Kim, because I think it's a great experience for both of us, and that now we are ready for all the things that are gonna happen after that. So so yeah, really really crazy feelings and all. Really happy that it happened this way, and of course one of the best days of my life, of course. Yeah, it's something when you become friend champs after watching all those videos first, then starting to enter the battle, starting qualifying, then battling, then going a bit for a bit more far in the competition, and then becoming the champion. It's really really satisfying, because you really all the work you put in all those years just got rewarded in, in like 10 seconds. I mean, the whole night was like 4 hours long, but when someone raises your arm, that's the moment where everything comes out of your body, So I was crying a little bit and all. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy feeling. Um, yeah.
That feeling where it's and the winner is in 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Colaps.
Yeah. This
And
feeling is crazy.
that sets a trend though, man. That sets a trend because you have a similar storyline for Grand Beatbox Battle. Because again, your first card for Grand Beatbox Battle was for the 2014, and you made that in 2013. Then you tried again, and then you get featured on obviously Swissbeatbox with a shout out. But after 2017, you light it up, man. 2018, you go to Le Cup, which you went to years before again, and now you're there live in the battle, and you go ahead and beat Footbox G, Georgie, Kenny Urban, and you take Beard in the final, and you become the Cup champion 2018. Then Grand Beatbox Battle 2018, you go there, 7 to Smoke champion with a stacked lineup, and you crush it, man. So again, another win rate under your belt to go and get that going on. It's just, again, how did it feel from going from getting that confidence boost, like you said, being pushed to the limit, and then you get on stage with the international scene more, and again, you're just taking W after W and getting on a roll leading into the world champs?
Yeah, it was very surreal for me to win against all those guys, because I never thought my beatboxing would be as good as their beatboxing. I thought I was good, but when I saw them on stage, I really felt that they were better than me, really. And when I got to battle them, I realized that I can battle with them, and that my level is pretty good against them. And yeah, I just realized that at that moment, and it even more helped me to gain confidence. The 7 to Smoke was a big factor in my self-confidence boost also, for Lockup. When I was at Lockup, I think that's the battle where I was the most confident in my entire life, just because of that 7 to Smoke. Because yeah, in the 7 to Smoke there were so many big names.
Yeah, you
so
got
many crazy
Ridvine,
guys.
Pash, Beard, Hiss, Bloomer, Napalm, Kenozen, like stacked lineup.
So it was so crazy for me, so crazy. So yeah, for Lockup I was more than ready to go until the end, and my aim was really to win the battle, and I would do everything in my power to make that happen. And I was really really confident, because that's probably the battle where I was the most prepared in my life also. So that was another big factor why I also had a big confidence in myself during this battle. So yeah, all those events after the friendships were big. Like again, it helped me a lot in becoming the Colaps I am today. Um, and yeah, really, really, really happy about all of that. And it was just surreal for me, just surreal. I couldn't really believe what was happening. It took me time to realize what I accomplished. It really took me time because I was living a little dream, you know. I was living a little dream. um, but yeah, really, really, really cool moments, of course.
And again, the success continues by going to 2018 World Champs and making it into the top 16 and getting to battle. And
Yeah.
again, you go up against Pash, and to make it to the top 16 and be at that elite level and just
Yeah.
get another one of those things that just is a check mark of, you know,
Yeah.
top level beatboxers rather, to go and prove it for yourself, do well for friends, and smash it on stage just continues, because 2019 comes around, and again, just like French champs, slowly but surely, man. 2019 comes around. Not only do you get into the Grand Beatbox battle and you make it there, you make 2018 before 2020. You did a show with River at the Team Spy Rhythm Festival.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And you there said the idea like maybe there's going to be a possibility of something this later on, but we'll talk about that in a second. You go into
Yeah.
the Grand Beatbox battle, you make it through top 8, and that Grand Beatbox 2019 was such a crazy event, such a high level production. Everything about it was amazing, and you make
Yeah.
it through, and you battle the guy who ends up winning at Dilo to go into the top 8. So I see that you have a trend. You know, in France, it took you 4 or 5 years. You become the champion. Grand Beatbox battle, it's taken you a little while, but then 2020,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens this year, just based on the world situation. But you made it into Grand Beatbox battle in 2019. You win the Seven of Smoke, make it into the main battle, get into the top 8, passing eliminations, and then 2020, when they had the wild card, you ended up placing third in the wild card by yourself, and then seventh with River as a tag team. So we would have been in 2 categories. We'll see how that works out in the future. But still,
Yes.
is this one of your main goals? Is to go and win Grand Beatbox battle? Is that something that you would say you would? Obviously, everyone wants to, but is that something that you're really focused on still?
Yeah. 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 Of course, yeah, it's probably my biggest goal, my dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. Become GB champion is something so big that, yeah, for me, yeah, I really want to become the champion one day. It's Yeah, yeah, it's definitely one of my main goals in terms of battling, because at the moment it's the biggest competition, and yeah, it's just getting bigger years after years, and for me it's a little bit the yeah, it's the new big battle in the beatboxing. It's the new one, the new big battle. Even though it has been there for a long, long time, it has become something so big now. Of course, I want to. Everyone wants to win the biggest title in our battling scene. So of course, it would be a huge accomplishment to do that. So yeah, of course, big goal. I'm really focused on it at the moment. It's a bit hard because I also want to do YouTube stuff, and also sometimes I'm like, should I train or should I make that video? You know, I have a little bit hard time managing my time between the moments I train and the moments I'm working on videos and stuff. But what is good is that I'm really prepared. So the work that I have to do left for GB is not that much. I don't have so many things left to do in order to be 100% prepared for it. So so that's great. I can still take my time and do the things correctly one by one, without being in a rush. Because this is a big problem for me usually. For battle, I never feel ready. I really never feel ready. There is always something that I'm not happy with and all. And right now it's not the case because I had a lot of time, obviously, because of COVID-19. I had a lot of time to think about all my routines, all my rounds. So this is probably gonna be the event where I'm the most prepared as a contestant for sure, even more than Like Up, because Like Up was the one I was the most. But now, if I compare both, JB is the one I'm really definitely more prepared. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people in the chat are saying that they believe in you. There's a lot of people that are saying they really want to see you and battle into it, and they're saying good luck when it does come back. And I agree with everybody here. We all miss the stage. We all miss the actual battle happening. It's something that we have to deal with as this time is going on in life. But seriously, guys, big ups to Colaps because he's coming for it. He says he's prepared and he's ready to go. He's ready to go. So I'm expecting big things, my friend.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's go on to getting out of the battle scene for a second and talk about some content that you put out, because mirrored with your beatboxing, you also have put out a lot of different songs and a lot of different music that you've made together, and it's pretty crazy, man. I've been listening to your stuff and taking in not only the music, the video that you've been putting out recently on YouTube, where you started really pushing on that recently, but you've been putting out music from like 2013, like your first song, Peaceful, and then Moonlight is when you first started putting out stuff, and it keeps going and moving on. And what is it that made you decide to go and pursue making some chill hop and making producing stuff with like the machine and stuff?
I always wanted to know how to make music in general, and I was really passionate about that idea. So I just started Googling how to make music with a computer, when I was young, and I found that there was software called Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops 11.
Yeah, that's right. So I started working with that at the age of, I don't remember, maybe when I was 13, 14 years old, something like that. It's something I did while I was beatboxing also. So I was doing both, and I really enjoyed to do both because it's really, with beatboxing I could explore some music genres that I couldn't do with the music production software, or that I didn't want to do with the music production software. So at that time, I really started enjoying making beats with Fruity Loops, and it was also a way for me to get inspired for my beatboxing. Sometimes it helped me. It helped me a little bit. Then I took a little break and was much more focused on beatboxing, and then it came back. I decided to come back to that maybe just before the French Championships, or just after, around that time.
2017 is when I saw stuff coming out on your SoundCloud with Walking Nowhere, and then you put up your first video of you playing the machine live on doing that on Instagram as well in 2018.
Yeah, it was around that time, and the machine was. I really wanted to buy that because I was really interested to play live the beats. Have that bass line here, have the kicks on this pad and all, and be able to play it live was really something for me interesting that I really wanted to try. And I knew a machine was a great tool to do that, so I decided to get one and to really start working with it. And I'm still super happy about it, and I'm happy that I found that tool, that little tool, because it really leveled up my production skills. And in terms of why I've chosen to go with the lo-fi chill hop style is I don't really know exactly, but I went through a lot of different phases in terms of musics over the years. The first kind of music I started to listen was rock, then hard rock, then I even listened to some black metal when I was younger. Um, and my father introduced me to rock and roll and blues, all that stuff. And I still really enjoyed all those music. Maybe not black metal anymore, but rock and roll blues, I still enjoyed them. And after that, I discovered dubstep. After dubstep, I discovered another genre called melodic dubstep. So it was like dubstep, but more, yeah, with more melodies, and it sounded a bit chiller, So I started enjoying that vibe, and I was listening to a lot of that. Then the chill step name appeared, so it was same dubstep but just chill. And then I found kind of the same vibes through hip hop. So I started listening to hip hop songs, and then I discovered that there was genres called chill hop, lo-fi, and then I started to listen to that over and over and over. And at that time, there was not so many sounds like that, So I was always looking for that little piece that I really enjoyed. And after that, it became so big that yeah, I was just happy that everyone was making that type of it. So every day I was looking for those songs, and it really inspired me. And that's why I decided to do that also, because that's really what I enjoyed to listen. Um, and I wanted to, yeah, just try to give it a go as a Colaps, as a music producer. Uh, and yeah, that's why.
Yeah, man, you've been killing it though. In 2018, you put out your first chill hop EP, and it's 5 tracks with I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Scytherism.
Psycherism. Psycherism. I don't know in English exactly, but yeah, psycherism. I guess that's how you say it. Psycherism.
All right, could you, because there's you put out during that, when I was listening to them again, and I know that I've heard them in the background of some of the videos that you're putting out and stuff that you put out already. But when I actually sat down and listened into it, you make great stuff, man. Like legitimately great stuff, chill stuff that I'm as of the next few days, I'm gonna go and support you, which people can do too. If you're watching live, go on SoundCloud, go on Spotify, support this man, buy his music because he's putting out new stuff, and you still are putting out stuff obviously till today. But when you put that out, I don't know, it was nice to have like a full piece. Even it was 5,
Yeah.
it was an EP, but having that going, because just before that you put out a bunch of songs that I listened to: Inner Peace, Through the Fields, Eclipse, New Horizon, Zun Zun, Hang Out on the Street, Drifting from the Clouds, Don't Let Me Wait Forever. And you put out all these different things. Now I was going to ask you about this too. Some of this music that you put out has an Asian feel to it, and the instrumentals that you would use or pieces that you would cut. Where did that come in, and where did you first hear that style of music that influenced you to go and make music like that?
Uh, yeah, because I always loved. I don't know where it comes exactly, but I must have heard one day just Asians instruments, or I don't know, and I really fell in love with the texture of the sounds. It's just about the texture of, yeah, I just really like how it sounds. All the Asians instruments are interesting to my ear. I don't know why, but there is something, a texture, or yeah, something like that that really gets my attention. Um, and yeah, I always loved that kind of music, and I also like a lot of things about Asia, like how the buildings look, all the temples, all the stuff, the samurai, all all those little stuff. It's really inspiring for me, and I just love the culture of those countries, and I decided, yeah, to combine those inspirations with lo-fi hip hop. So that's why you can hear a lot of Asian inspirations, and that's still something I do nowadays because I'm working on my second EP. Yeah. I'm working on my second EP. It takes time because so now I have YouTube. I'm training for GB, and when I have a little of free time, I'm working on new songs. But right now I have 5 6 songs that are almost ready. So I'm just thinking when I can release that, and there, I'm never satisfied, so I'm gonna work more on those songs anyway, and maybe I will make a bigger EP this time, maybe something like between 7 and 10 titles, something like that. So it's not an EP anymore. I think it's above that. So maybe an album. I don't know yet. I don't know, but something bigger. I want to do something bigger than my first EP.
And how has it gone? Because you've had quite a few plays on SoundCloud that I could see on your music that you've put out. And how has it gone, do you think, just reaction-wise, of beatboxers that listen to your music and under your music production Colaps? And different, same person obviously, but you're the same guy. But it's like there's beatboxer and battler and guy who performs, and there's this gentleman who goes and makes this very chill hop and make an EP. So do you see that beatboxers come support you, and have you seen that crossover happen?
Yeah, a lot of beatboxers came to me and said that they really enjoyed my songs. And yeah, I was just super happy about it because I think thanks to beatboxing, it helped me to show that I was also making songs, because before that I was just putting it on SoundCloud, but I would get like maybe 20 listens, 20, it would be played 20 times or 10 times. So I wouldn't really get any feedbacks or anything. And after I won the French championships, that's when I started putting out my songs really, and that's when I started getting a lot of feedbacks. And yeah, I was really happy to see that people enjoyed my music, because that's something that no one ever told me before. So it gave me just more energy to work on more songs and put them out on SoundCloud. And yeah, that I want to keep going. Like I said, the second EP is coming. I don't know when, but it's gonna come. I'm excited to share what I came up with during all this time with everyone.
Yeah, well, we're excited to go in here. And so you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if he's announced it yet, but you heard it here. He will be putting out another EP, another project for his producing page. So make sure you guys go and check it out. Spotify and SoundCloud. Support the homie and get some, buy it. Buy things. Support people. Support the beatboxers. You know what I'm saying? And then 2019, excuse me, you start putting out a lot more on YouTube, and you really start focusing on YouTube and pursuing it more. And your content is, well, it's dope. Straight up, it's just dope. You actually have some original concepts that you've been putting out, things that come to your mind, whether it's I asked the Epic Beatbox to reproduce drum solo, dubstep beat, drum and bass, or you're doing the guess what beat I'm doing and seeing if people can go and match it, or you're talking back and forth with the people that are supporting you and following you on Reddit and answering questions and going through. And you just have a lot of content that's like super original, super fresh. And I believe when I was reading, and I don't know if it was John Park from Human Beatbox, but they did a little article, and they said it was lifestyle beatboxing videos. So shout out to Human Beatbox, by the way. Human Beatbox. Big shout outs and Kazu, all the boys there. But once again, where do you get your ideas from? What is it that you've come up with and think of that like would you think would be super entertaining? Because all those videos are entertaining. They're produced well. They have good sound effects. There's all sorts of stuff that's involved in making that video. That's like a very strenuous task. But when you put it out there, it's worth it, because that first video that you put out that really, you had good views before, but you're out, I think, like 1.2 million when you went from beatbox skills that were extremely easy to very difficult.
Yeah.
So that's at 1.2 million, and your page is now past 100,000, and it keeps going. You keep on putting out stuff. Time to Go is out recently, where it's another smash beatbox video, and yeah, man, you're putting out such good content. And I think your last one that you put out was let me see, most recent Flow State. No, I'm wrong.
The latest music or the latest video?
Latest video.
Oh, video. It's like I asked to like 9 beatboxers to send me a beatbox video, and I have to copy them as good as I can.
That's right. That's the one I was trying to figure out which one it was. But so again, all good ideas, all great concepts. Ladies and gentlemen, go there. Make sure that you subscribe, like the videos, put comments on, see ideas, because you read through it too. That's another thing I'm really noticing is you're taking this so seriously by really connecting with the audience, seeing what people want to hear, and delivering it and making this original content. So this whole thing that I was going on about in long speech is just to go and ask you, where do these ideas come from? How do you think about putting out new content, and what makes it in your ideas? Like, how do you stay original in your ideas to be like, I'm going to do something like this?
I've been watching YouTube for a long time, like a lot of persons. But for example, you know PewDiePie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I was following that guy before he had 1 million of subscribers. So I already followed the guys that were putting out different kind of content. It was just inspiring for me to see them upload different kind of content. It was concepts and all. So I always followed a lot of YouTubers like that that were very playing with the audience and doing a lot of memes, all those stuff. So and a lot of edits. Those guys were really innovative in terms of edit and to captivate the audience throughout the whole video. So when I started uploading my videos on YouTube, I already knew a lot of stuff about that, about editing, about how to make it not awkward. To really captivate the audience and all. Because I also did some editing stuff when I was younger. So I already knew how all those softwares were working because I already worked with them. So when I saw the videos of PewDiePie, I was I really understood how many hours he worked on that video and all, because I already also made a lot of edits before doing the ones you see today on my YouTube channel. And that's because I was playing a lot of Call of Duty when I was younger, and I was a part of a team. So we're doing trick shots. You know trick shots, kill feeds?
I've seen videos. I'm not the most
Okay.
I like Super Nintendo. That's where I kind of stopped and like died off. And like I played FIFA a little bit with Heat. He showed me how to play that. But NHL, okay. That's the only other thing I like. I like NHL. Can go and crush it because Canada. But no, I'm not that good at new video games.
Okay. So it was on Call of Duty, and you could do spin 360 and then shoot the guy and make a good montage with all those clips, and that was something I was doing for my team. So they would send me all their clips, all their videos, and we would choose the song together, and then I was doing big edits of everyone together, and I was adding a lot of effects. I was adding a lot of cuts, and all that stuff. So I really already knew a lot about editing. And then so I started uploading videos about of beatboxing on my new channel. I think it's early 2019, something like that. Yeah. Thank you. I wasn't sure.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
And I realized that the first video I uploaded, so it was a wild card, and I realized it did pretty good for a first video. I wasn't expecting to have 2K likes, something like that at that time. So I was really surprised that I had so many reactions on that video, and it made me think that maybe I could go, why not further into the into YouTube and really try to make something out of my channel rather than posting a wildcard every year, you know. So I really decided to take that path after Chrome Beatbox Battle.
Yes, that's when you
Yeah.
started really uploading heavily and putting out
Yeah.
the content.
Yeah. So at that moment, I really started to do that. So what I took the beatbox community, and I just thought about what was missing about it. So for me, there was something missing in the community, and it was something that about concepts. We didn't have concepts in our community. Most of the videos you see on YouTube about beatbox uh, in 2019 were battles, shoutouts, showcases. That was the most of what you could see. Also tutorials. I forgot about that one. Tutorials. But yeah, that was only the kind of videos you would find. There was human beatbox .com who was using. Wait, is it them? Who was using the guess that beatboxer?
That was I think that was it was Human Beatbox did the Guess the Beatboxer series,
Yeah.
and I think they're gonna probably do hopefully some more because they were talking about making more content. Those are always funny, always always good, always good.
So for me, that was at the moment that was the only concept that was different than everything else, and I thought that I wanted to explore that more and really dive into the worlds of beatbox concepts and make videos out of that. That was really a big yeah, it's a goal. It's my goal. I wanted to make beatbox enjoyable for everyone at a high level, and that's what I'm still trying to do today. But what I did is I looked a lot on YouTube for channels that had a relation with music, and that was making concepts or funny things. Because at that moment I didn't have that much ideas where to start from. The first idea I got was the one everyone sends me a bit and I'm trying to replicate it. That was the first my first idea for my channel, and then I discovered the YouTuber Davey504. So he's a bassist, and he's making a lot of he's only making concepts and also bass music videos. He has a really funny personality, and his edits were also really funny, and his concepts were really interesting, and I just thought that that could apply to beatboxing also, and I wanted to see that happen. So I decided to to take the how to say that to do a try. I wanted to try it, so that's what I did, and I got a lot of great reactions. So my first videos were really inspired by that guy Davey. Now I'm trying to not watch his videos so much, so I can come up with my own ideas. But that was a great way for me to start my channel with the I Asked Epic Beatboxers series. And after that, the ideas can come from one day of thinking. So sometimes, I just wake up and I have an idea, so I will write it down, and then I will think about it more during the days, and it will take form. It will really. yeah, I can see that on my channel, and yeah, it will be logic and it will be funny to watch and all. It's really hard to come up with new ideas. It's yeah, it's not that easy. Um, but I'm really trying. Right now I'm happy because I have many series. I have like 10 series on my channel that I can, make episodes, um, and it will be funny to watch, But I want to introduce the people to, of course, always new formats. Um, and that's what you're going to see soon, a new format on my channel again.
You heard it here.
I'm always trying to bring new formats, new ideas. Um, yeah, it's just a long process of thinking, having the right ideas, and because not all the ideas can work, or yeah, there is just some stuff that I don't want to do. So I don't do that, even though I could do them, but it's not the type of things I want to do on my channel, for example. So there are many things that I've wrote that I will never do on my channel. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to pick like the funniest things for me to do because I also want to have a nice time working on a project. I don't want to feel the pressure of doing something because everyone wants me to do that. For me, as it's for me, I maybe want it to become my job because I would like to be YouTuber. Would like to do scenes. I want to do battles. I want to combine everything. But if YouTube becomes really my main source of revenue, yeah, I don't want it to be something that I have problem with. So I just want to have a nice time working on every video, and I don't want to do video because everyone is asking me to do that kind of format or that kind of format. It wouldn't be pleasant at all for me, and I wouldn't be able to do it. I think. So right now I'm taking the formats slowly. I'm bringing new formats slowly to my channel, but it's always formats that I enjoy to do, and I like the idea, and I'm happy to work on that kind of project. So I also listen a lot to my community, as you said, and I take a lot from them also. I take a lot from them. Um, there is so many comments with good ideas. That I kept for later or stuff like that. But yeah, the community is also a big source of idea. You have 2,000 people writing something, so obviously there is gonna be maybe I don't know 5 10 ideas that I will keep. So every time I make a video, there is always a comment that can inspire me. It's not always the case, but it already happened. For example, the lip reading stuff videos comes from one YouTube comment. So yeah, so that's just an example. And the idea was so good. On the moment, I was like, "Oh, this guy is a genius." Um, but yeah, it comes from me. It comes from the YouTube community. It comes from the YouTubers I watch. Um, yeah, sometimes I just wake up and I have the idea. Sometimes I won't have an idea. I won't have any idea for some months, but it doesn't matter because I have my series already on my channel, so I can do that. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of new projects, new ideas. So yeah, it's just a cycle. And yeah, I'm always looking to innovate for my channel, and I think yeah, just want to have some fun with beatboxing in another way than battles. Um, yeah, and I just want everyone to enjoy something different than not necessarily only beatboxing, but really play with it and bringing it into concepts and all. Um, So that's the idea behind my channel.
Yeah, man, you've been crushing it. I've been enjoying watching it, and you've already, excuse me, you've gone past 100,000 subscribers already. And in celebration of that, you made out Rest in Beatbox merch to celebrate it with a designer. And so, ladies and gentlemen, once again, go on his SoundCloud, go on his Spotify, check out his music, support his music, go on the YouTube, leave comments, because people that actually watched have already influenced what he's been doing. Check out his Reddit that he has going on. Check out the Instagram. Buy some merch. Get all swagged out with Rest in Beatbox, making yourself look fly out there. Yeah. But I think it's time now. And big shout outs to Epitech. That was a good school to go to learn all this stuff, my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
But now, ladies and gentlemen.
In Canada.
Yeah, I think we have just. Is there one in Canada?
No, but we have how to say it? Partnerships with a lot of universities there. That's what I want to say.
Ah, okay. Well, another thing for Canada.
Yeah.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, right here, live and direct, Beyond the Beats. Thank you guys for chilling in the chat. A lot of people send a lot of messages to you saying they watch your stuff, saying they enjoy it. People from all around the world, from Germany to Russia to Kazakhstan to obviously France to North America's in there. We have Indonesia, a bunch of people watching. So everybody out there really is enjoying your content. Really keep it up. But now it's time to get into Beyond the Beats.
Rapid fire.
All right. So we got this thing called
Rapid fire.
I'm going to ask you rapid fire. Yes. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want you to go and answer them as quickly as you possibly can without thinking about it too much. Okay?
Okay. I'm not good at this, but let's try.
Okay. I'll try to make sure that I talk slow so you can understand and make sure that you get a good answer for it. And then later on, we'll maybe do a little bit of a freestyle and stuff, people. And we have your questions from you. Questions. We got a lot of stuff to go into. Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Beats with Colaps. This is
Rapid fire.
First up. Who is your favorite solo beatboxer right now?
Darny. Right now. Right now. So hard. Wing, maybe. Wing.
Who is your favorite looper right now?
Saro.
Who's your favorite tag team?
Spider Horse.
And who is your favorite crew right now?
Crew. I would say Berrywam.
Favorite drummer?
Drummer. I think it will always be Tony Racer. I have something, yeah.
Favorite skateboarder?
Ninja Houston.
Biggest set you've ollied down?
Repeat.
What'd you say?
Repeat, please.
What's the biggest set you ollied down? Skateboarding ollie. Down a set of stairs. Biggest one.
6 stairs.
6 stairs. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What's the hardest skateboard move you've learned?
I don't remember. Inward heel flip.
Is your mustache real?
Yeah, not Big Ben though. Big Ben is fake.
Is chess a sport?
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rapid Fire with Class.
Okay.
Big Ben wanted me to bring that up. He was wondering. He said that your mustache isn't real, so he was trying to ask me to go and ask you. So, man, your mustache is iconic, man, up there with Super Mario's mustache. The beautiful thing, well groomed, well maintained, ready to go, man.
Don't worry, it will be there for many years.
One more second.
Rapid fire.
Does your mustache give you secret powers?
Yes, of course.
Rapid fire.
All right, just making sure. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we get into a few questions from
my friend Papooni.
He wants to know a few things. So
My friend Papooni.
has a few questions for you. He first wants to know, let's go with this one first of all. Where would you like to go in beatbox? What country? Because I've seen that you've traveled all over the world, from going to China. I'm just adding on to his question, but you've gone to China, you've gone to United States. Big shout out to Legends Battle and Lilith. going around the world, Czech Republic. You've been to a lot of different places to go and judge and perform. So where's somewhere that you haven't gone yet that you'd like to go?
Japan.
All right.
Yeah, because obviously because of all the culture. Yeah, I just want to. It's really one of the countries that really intrigues me, and that inspires me a lot in my songs, for example. But yeah, I really like also watching. I watch animes. I really like a lot of stuff about the Asian culture in general. But Japan really, yeah, there is something that makes me really wanna go there.
All right, Japan, ladies and gentlemen, might be there. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, but
Next up,
My friend Papuni.
would like to know something else from you. He wants to know if there's any artist. Let's go with this one first. It goes, is there any artist that you'd like to collaborate with? And a sub question is there any other beatboxer that you really want to collaborate with that you haven't yet?
artists. Um, let's say beatboxers first, maybe, because artist I don't know yet. But beatboxer, someone that I didn't get to collab with. What do you call a collab? It's like I invite him into a video, or we make a song together, or
Something like this, maybe like the videos that you've been putting out, where you did stuff with one of those videos where you performed and did something with Dilo, or you did something with Skiller, or you did you've done different videos that you're putting out that are on your YouTube channel now as you're making more stuff. So making full on songs and let's see, what was that called? Yeah, Time to Go, stuff like this. Like, is there anybody that you want to jump on to a video and collaborate with?
Yeah. Wing, because I really like his style. Like I said, I think at the moment it's still my favorite beatboxer, because his style is very, very different. He explores rhythm that not everyone would do, and he makes it sound really, really good. He's really, really, really clean, and we haven't heard him for a while now. So I'm really intrigued about what he has come with over all those months, and I'm looking forward to his comeback. Really looking forward to his comeback.
Yeah, man, Wing's a monster, and it's interesting too that when 2H did his time, the mandatory time in the Korean military, and now Wing is going through that.
Yeah,
you can only imagine the amount of time that he's dedicating and has to go and get that even more structured and even more time to be like military focused essentially. So I'm excited, everyone. I'm excited as well. Wing, we love you and miss you. Can't wait to see you when you come back, brother. And Colaps wants to go and collaborate with you.
Yeah.
All right. Another question from
My friend Papuni.
Would like to know, what is your advice for beatboxers in general to win battles? We've kind of been through this, but is there anything that you can specifically say on stage that helps a beatboxer win a battle in the moment?
Win a battle in the moment. There is some stuff that I don't. As a judge, for example, I don't like to see someone who does this or does this or does this, because in my eyes it puts you in the bad person spot, So I would say avoid doing that kind of stuff on stage, and just listen to the other guy, and all. That's something I always had problem with. I just don't like to see that on stage, even though it's a battle and all, because the judges know. They know when the guy did 2 times the beat. They know when he's doing things repetitively. He knows when we know when he copies someone else. So for me, there is no point in doing this. And like I say, it can put you in the spot of the bad guy. Let's say the bad guy, not really the bad guy, but you know what I mean. It's always friendly in the end. So yeah, I would say maybe avoid those kind of things on stage. Personally, I don't like it, but that's my opinion. Another thing, like I said, just enjoy the moment. That's the most important thing. Um, of course, enjoying the moment will not necessarily help you to win the battle, but you will feel way more confident um, in your while you are beatboxing if you enjoy something rather than thinking, oh, I'm scared that I'm going to do a mistake at that moment of the round because I've always had a hard time doing it at home when I was training. I know it's hard to let go of that kind of thought on the moment, but if you can make it happen, um, I think it's gonna be fine for you. So yeah, the most important thing on stage is enjoy the moment, and I'm pretty sure it can help you to win the battle. Um, so yeah, just no stress, and make something sick. What you prepared, do what you prepared, and be confident in yourself and what you prepared, and everything will go well.
Ladies and gentlemen, questions from
My friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni.
All right, and that was good advice too. It's sometimes hard to go and watch someone that keeps on doing too much on stage and not just respecting the other guy. And I understand too, because I was kind of a not nice person on stage when I was doing stuff, because you got a little bit younger, a lot more testosterone going, and you might get caught up in the moment. But ladies and gentlemen, moving on, we got questions from the crowd.
All right.
So these are questions from the crowd that our good boy Heidfeld, aka Ilya, is running the stream. Big shouts to him. Picked out along the way, and let's go with this one. So, thus far, someone asked, have you learned inward bass yet?
Well,
this is the crowd. We want to know. Hands tied.
Actually, you will know it soon, but I can't say much about it right now.
Ooh, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you watch his stuff. If you do, you'll see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Another question from the crowd. They ask you, how much has the French underground scene influenced your beatboxing?
A lot, of course. Many of the French guys were my inspiration at some point in my beatboxing life. But I think I was inspired by many beatboxers, not only French. Of course, French were a big part of it, but I think the thing about our community is that we meet a lot, and maybe that's why we have a lot of big beatboxers in France, because we meet a lot and we share a lot together. So it's really not so much about inspiration here. It's more about the energy that everyone gives to you that makes you become a better version of yourself. But of course, also it was although many of the French guys were being inspiration for me, but mostly a big source of motivation, and wanted to be better and better and better and better, because each time I saw them, they were stronger. So I was also stronger, but they were still ahead of me. So I wanted to keep on with them, and it forced me to train. And as we met a lot of time, it was a big goals each time for me to work and reach their levels. So it's in France, for me, it's more about the energy that everyone gives you, that makes you become can make you become a really good beatboxer. and of course a lot of inspirations here too, because we have many styles. But as I said, a lot of beatboxers in the world have inspired me at some point in my beatboxing life. I can't remember everyone who inspired me, but yeah, I went to a lot of guys. Of course.
Yeah, man, the French scenes and everybody around the world, but the French scene's just crazy. And I've had Kim, River, and Faya on the show, and they always say the same thing. It's always how much you guys push each other, and French power is real, ladies and gentlemen. So, another question from our audience. Ish. All right. What video games do you play right now? What is your favorites?
I don't really play a lot of video games right now. Do you know Apex Legends? I'm playing Apex Legends a little bit. There is a French game called Dofus. Maybe you know it. It's something a bit like World of Warcraft, but the French one. It's the French World of Warcraft. Let's say it like that. I'm playing that with some friends. And at the moment, that's pretty much about it. I'm not playing that much because I don't have so much time between the videos, between my trainings for the GBB. Yeah, but I was a big gamer before, a big gamer. I was playing Call of Duty. I played many games. I played Battlefield. I played For Honor with the swords, the sword game. But I think my favorite game out of all is probably Call of Duty, because it has followed me for a very long time in my life. When I was younger, I was playing Call of Duty from the morning till the late night, you know. So yeah, it followed me for a very long time in my life, and thanks to this game, I know how to edit videos. So yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I tried Call of Duty. I was no good. So I just played a little bit, and I was like, all right. Back to hockey we play, or Super Mario.
Yeah. Also
love
good
Super
games. I also love Zelda. Yeah.
Now we're talking my speed. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, one more question from the audience. Let's go with let me see here. Someone asked, do you watch anime? And if you do, what would your favorite show be?
Yes, I watch anime, and my favorite show, I think it's One Piece. One Piece is my favorite show, but there are so many that I really enjoyed. Hunter x Hunter, Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man. Many I enjoyed many ones, but yeah, I think One Piece is the one that really got my heart. Yeah, it's because it's you know, the anime is like 20 years old now, maybe more than that. So it's a big story, and there is so many connections between everything. The creator of this anime and this manga is just a genius. And yeah, One Piece is probably my favorite one. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. One more question that I just saw that came in from the audience is who was the most intimidating or hardest person you had to battle in your career thus far? Do you think?
Intimidating. Let me think. I don't know if it's because of the guy or because of the size of the stage and the number of persons who were attending the event, but maybe Dilo, maybe Dilo. but I would say it's a mix of many things that made it look impressive for me. Because first, Dilo is a crazy beatboxer, of course, everyone knows. The size of the venue was crazy, and the number of people in that area was also crazy, and all the reactions and everything was crazy during that battle. So that was probably the toughest one for me, because of all those factors. There's so many things that you are not controlling while you are performing on a stage like that in front of a guy like that, not in your country. So yeah, that was the most impressive moment, I think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was questions from the audience. D-Lo is definitely a monster, man. Definitely a monster. So, man, those are questions from the audience, questions from Pupuni, rapid fire questions. And now I'm going to go and ask you if we have time, because people have been asking me a lot. A lot of people have been asking right now. They want to go and hear you beatbox. And real quick, somebody that's been saying a bunch of different times to me, just so I can tell them personally, I think his name is KCG-8. Just so you know, I have no power on who's on Swissbeatbox. I appreciate you messaging and watching this, but big ups to you anyways. Keep practicing, and one day you might be, you might end up being Mr. Colaps one of these days. Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live and direct here on Beyond Beats. Colaps, are you ready?
I think so.
I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. At home, let's get into it. Colaps, show 'em what you do. In 3. Yo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Ish. Colaps, ladies and gentlemen, right there showing you why. you should go and support him. Smashing the beatbox, French champion, coming at you live and direct here on Beyond the Beats. Make sure you go and support him. Buy that merch. Go and get some merch. Get yourself a hoodie looking good. Make sure, I bet you he's got it in sizes for everybody that's out there. So go ahead, get yourself a sweater. Start looking tighter when you walk around. Rust and Beatbox. Make sure you go on his SoundCloud, check out his Spotify, and 100% check out all the dope content he's putting out on YouTube. Get on his Reddit forum as well. Check him out on Instagram. Can be found all at Colaps, and not spelled the way that it always autocorrects to, but it actually is Colaps. Make sure you guys go and check out Colaps. If there's anything else that you want to go and say to people watching, let me know what you're thinking about. But other than that, I've had a good talk with you, brother, and I really appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you everyone for checking this live stream tonight with us. I really had a great time, so thank you, Scott. Really enjoying all the questions, and yeah, it was a really nice moment with you talking. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, just thank you for making this happen and for inviting me tonight. It was a big pleasure and big honor also, because you too, I watched a lot of videos of you when I started beatboxing. So for me, being here tonight with one of the first persons I saw on YouTube, it's crazy. So yeah, man, it's crazy. So I just want to say thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. And I hope, yeah, we can meet soon again. Really hope.
I wish that too, man, and I appreciate that. You old man Jackson's gotten done some stuff. We've done some stuff out there, ladies and gentlemen. But we're back at. Jeez. All right, once again, check him out. Go and support him. I said all the stuff before, but I mean that, brother. It's good to go and see your face. I look forward to seeing you in more videos. I look forward to seeing you whenever live shows come back, because he's gunning for Grand Beatbox Battle. You best watch yourself, people. Keep your sword sharp. Keep that stuff practiced up, because he's coming for you. He's going to be putting out a new EP or album soon, too, on his SoundCloud. Got the merch going. New YouTube videos coming in soon. You have to pay attention if you want to see if he's learning word bass, too. So one more time. Colaps. He's got a nice mustache. I said Colaps. Come on the bottom. He's got a nice mustache. Get down. Colaps got a nice mustache. Coming at you live with the breath. Get that mustache going. Come on. But seriously, thank you guys for tuning in once again. This has been Beyond the Beats with the big homie here, Colaps. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm excited to go and see you do more stuff. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. Much love from Canada all the way to France. And can't wait to see you again, man. And aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Beats, episode 23. We out like that. Spread this video around. Put in the comments too what you guys want to else see on this show too. This is the Swissbeatbox podcast, and it's a community show. So give us ideas here of what else you want to see from people that you want to see on. And aside from that, let's get it going. Keep beatboxing wherever you are around the world. Keep pushing the scene, making videos. Think about it. Let's grow. Let's get some stuff going. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go and say thank you for tuning in. Beyond the Beats one more time. I'm your host, Scott Jackson. And that's time.